Welcome to the Transformation Institute's podcast. This podcast will break down what real change is and how we think is instrumental to that change. In a society that often looks sideways at individuals telling us how to think, we will reveal and expose a barrage of thought manipulations and mind programming being imposed upon us unaware daily. Each week, we'll explore the awareness, strategies, tools, and mindsets needed to recognize, survive, and thrive amidst change. We'll feature insightful interviews and conversations with knowledgeable individuals and share inspiring stories of average people who have navigated their journeys of transformation and sharing their hard-won wisdom and practical advice. Whether you're seeking a shift in career, relationships, or personal well-being, this podcast is your guide to unlocking your full potential and embracing the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Join us as we embark on this transformative journey together. Here's our host, Omari Jahian.
All right. Welcome everyone to the Transformation Institute podcast for change. I'm your host, Omari Jahian. I thank you all for being here tonight. I quickly want to get into this because I really want to get into the subject matter that we're going to be discussing today. Because, Valentine's Day is coming up. And so I really wanted to get into a discussion about love. But the question that I really want to ask, and we're going to have a discussion about, is going to be, have we lost the capacity to love? We always talking about love, but I'm not seeing a lot of love going on. I'm seeing a lot of hate, even against each other. We hating on each other. I mean, there's a lot going on. But before we get into all that, I want to introduce you to my co-host. First of all, put your hands together for Miss Kimberly Mitchell. She's going as Me Too, so put your hands together for Miss Kim.
Hi.
All right.
I'm a guest host.
Yeah, Kim is sitting in for Miss Vanessa. And cousin Brenda, she's out of town. She has some death in the family, so she won't be here today. And last but not least, put your hands together for my guy, Mr. William Birch. Put your hands together for him.
Good evening, guys.
All right, welcome, William. William, what's going on, bro?
What's going on with you guys?
Man, holding on with both hands, man.
Happy pre-love day. Pre-love day.
Yeah, pre-love.
Man, okay.
This when all the dinners start, the ones that almost made it,
I don't know, man. Hey, this is one of the gripes I have. Valentine's Day is supposed to be for the women. And Sweetest Day is supposed to be for the men, right?
Says who? Society? Society says that?
Oh, okay. What do you say?
I think we should not proclaim our love for somebody on just one day. It should be 365 days. And I think we should not dictate what society tell us to do, that if you don't get nothing on Valentine's Day or you don't matter. No, because if they really care for you, it's going to be 365 days, not just one day.
Right, do you celebrate Valentine's Day, though? Do you accept gifts?
I don't have nobody give me a gift.
Your daughters and them don't give you nothing?
Heck no. No. No.
Well, I mean, I'm really not into it myself. I only do it because, if I didn't, my wife would probably... Because
of society. Because we can't post on Facebook, social media.
It's your significant other. Your significant other holds more weight than society. So, I don't get pressured by society, but if that person states that they're expecting something, or if they are hinting around at something, then you have an obligation to fulfill that expectation.
But why you can't do it like January 2nd?
I agree with you.
Or February 12th or February 20th. Why has to be the 14th?
I agree with what you said the first time. Like, it's 365 days.
Yes.
Right? So I don't, but because some people buy into society. We're pressured to fulfill their obligation.
Yeah. The media is all on the media, social media. It's like, why would somebody spend $100 for one day for some roses when they can get them the day after for $24.95?
If you want them to last a little longer, they're about $150.
Like, it's ridiculous.
We've been programmed, guys. We've been programmed to celebrate this stuff. It's kind of almost like, if life sucks, and somebody throw you, well, maybe I should say it like this. If you in hell and somebody give you a glass of water, you'd be happy to get it, And so these little things like holidays, it's like a glass of water for us because we going through hell in this America, man. We catching hell like it ain't nothing. And so any little thing we can be happy about that they give us, we jump at it. We be happy, But I ain't happy. I'm like you, Kim. If I'm gonna give you something because I love you, I'll give it to you because when at
any given moment,
it might hit me at any time. Say, man, I really love you, and I'm gonna buy you some flowers or whatever. But I could be this type of guy that say, I really want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want nobody to be looking at me, so I'm gonna be, baby, ooh, I love you. I pull your chair out and everything. I'm doing all this stuff that they say you're supposed to do, buying you flowers and candy and all that. But then I'm putting some arsenic and shit in the damn candy or in the drink. I'm making you dinner and I'm putting some doggone rat poison in the damn food.
Right, y'all fighting cats and dogs the day before. Then on Valentine's Day, we all booed up, we all loved up, and then come February 15th, y'all back fighting again. What?
Exactly. But I was looking at YouTube. Somebody said something to us. Probably said hi. Who's this? Oh, hey, Boo Mac. He says, love this.
Love is shown every day, which it should be.
Oh, love is shown every day.
It should be.
I need to give you some more glasses. You're right, Boo Mac. It's every day.
365.
But you'd be surprised how many people are out there right now breaking their necks trying to find a card and a teddy bear, with a heart on it and some balloons and roses and all that. And
it's crazy because the media was saying about how much millions of dollars people are going to spend tomorrow just for Valentine's Day. That's crazy.
Even with the inflation and the increase in prices of everything around us, I mean, literally, if when we used to pay $100 for a dozen roses, we're actually paying, a little bit more than that for one day. Like
one day. And guess what? Them roses gonna die within 2 days?
Well, a couple of days.
About a week maybe.
It depends on how expensive the roses are.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The roses depend on how much money you spend. So if you were smart, you go get some silk flowers. They last 365 days. They last longer.
Yeah.
They don't die.
You got to talk to the.
It got to make sense. You got to
talk to the female species because I think it makes sense. Okay. But the requests that come in to us as the male.
You know what? I couldn't go to bed if I brought some silk flowers in there.
You know how bad I get talked about for some silk flowers?
But you can get a nice bouquet, a nice silk bouquet. Okay. And she can look at them days after the 14th.
And she gonna look at them and say, who those for?
Again, like Tyrone said, did we lose the capacity to love? And I think we have.
Society has forced us to be that way, though.
Yes.
I mean, have we ever really known what love was? I mean,
no, we know
when I was
what we
growing
seen on TV.
Yeah, they had them little cartoons in the paper when I was growing up. Love is a walk in the park.
They don't even do that anymore. They don't even do those anymore, do they?
I know.
You can get mugged. That's why.
But I think it's the day and age we're living in because right now everything is so digital and everything is so social media. It's like you said, Tyrone, we're living in a world of hatred right now. Drama. No one's showing love on social media. No one is showing positive relationships.
They
All
show
you see
fake
is
love.
yeah,
They do fake.
fake. Right.
Mhm.
People showing their butts on TV, doing this and doing that. Every video you see somebody shaking their butts or fighting. Where is the love relationship? Where is someone's actually showing you, hey, we can do this? Yes.
Well, where's the imagery that shows family love, right?
No,
we're talking about intimate love, but where's the family love even, right? Because it's a love day, right? We should start with the love right there in our immediate family, our kids, our grandkids,
But our kids and grandkids are so busy into their phones.
Yeah.
They're in their phones, TikToking and Facebook and Instagram. They don't have time for conversations. No one sit down to dinner anymore.
Yep. Yeah.
There's no more family times anymore. Everybody's so busy doing their own thing. So it's like,
let me ask y'all a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you could define love with one word, what would that word be?
That's a good question. I would say unity.
Unity?
Yeah.
I would say unconditional.
Unconditional. Okay.
What would you define it as?
Acceptance.
Okay.
I would say, if you accept somebody for who they are and what they are, because see, a lot of times we look at people and we think that everybody's messed up but us,
right.
and we got to fix them. I believe that if you love somebody, what you're saying when you say that is that you accept them for who and what they are, right there, right then and there. When you meet them, you accepting that. If they got issues, their feet stink, if they snore, you accepting that. And when you say you accepting that, that's what you're saying. You love them.
So that's like accepting the unknown, really, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a lot of people to follow that kind of pattern, because we kind of finicky as a people. We like what we like and we like what we don't like. We don't know what we like until we actually experience it.
Right.
That's true, but we know, like, when I meet somebody, I can tell if they got issues or not. You can kind of tell.
Yeah, you can feel the vibe. You can feel their vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Yeah, you can kind of tell. You might not know what the issue is,
but you feel something like that ain't right.
Right, and so this is why, in the day, we were made to date. You couldn't have sex. You had to date. So you can get to know the person. Before all of that. But if you have sex before, whether the person is crazy or not. That's the issue. That's how I think that's how that lady on that movie, what was that? Thin line between love and hate.
Oh yeah.
It was like he had sex with her, and sex, whether a lot of people know it or not, it causes a great connection, a bind between two people.
Yeah.
When you do that. And it ain't no getting out of that easy. You know what I'm saying? But now it is, because it's just
in and out.
It's just like smoking cigarettes or changing drugs.
It's a sport now. It's a sport.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
It's like collecting trophies.
Right. How many trophies you could collect?
and we call it love. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I
think a lot of us really don't know what love is.
No, we really don't.
We don't.
I was telling Will, most people think it's sex. We making love.
Or how much they can do for you, how much they can show you and buy you. That's their love. That's their love language. Right. No, that's not. So I guess the good question is, if we lost the capacity to love, then what is love?
Well, let's back up to something you just said. You said it's about how much they can show you or buy you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back to part of the expectation of today's society, that's a requirement. For some people, men and women, they require you to express your love
monetarily,
in money, right?
That's crazy.
If you're not taking somebody to a dinner tomorrow, that's at least at a minimum $50 or better.
$50.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you going with $50?
I'm just saying at a minimum.
Denny's. You can go to Denny's.
Minimum is it's $300, boo.
Oh no, where you going?
It's $300. That's the minimum. That's the minimum.
Oh my God.
But it's some people
where you
here
going with $50?
There's some folks
Girl,
out
that's
here
why you ain't got no man now. You too.
Hey.
It's $300.
$300 is the minimum. Telling you, it's the minimum.
So that's how much it costs me to express my love to you by $300 or more.
That's showing something.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's not expressing. That's just showing something. You have potential. You have potential.
This is out my league. I can't.
And I blame the society that we're in now because again, when we see all
hot
these,
here,
man, what happened to Red Robin? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Red Robin. Ooh, that's lunch.
Oh my God.
Ain't no dinner, it's lunch.
Oh man, but you know, I was watching this video earlier today, and they were talking about people that think that they're in love. They call them romanticists, like they into romance, you know. Okay. And romance has been kind of depicted as what love is, showing romance. You know, like I was saying before, holding hands when you're walking down the street.
PDAs,
you know, wearing the same outfit. You know, we had the same T-shirt on with some jeans and the same gym shoes.
Matching outfit, matching
outfits, and you holding hands. You see, that's being romantic. You know,
it's a dance group.
It's a boy band, right?
But check this out. This guy, he was saying that romance is not really real because in order for you to be romantic, that means you have to be a decent person. And check out what this guy said. It made sense to me. Okay. He said most of us think that we are decent human beings, but we're not, because every last one of us come with some kind of baggage. Something. You know what I'm saying? We look at the next person, like I was saying earlier, and we think that person got issues. But damn, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no issues. You know, I know I'm putting up with some stuff with my wife. Am I dumb enough to think that she ain't putting up with some stuff with me? You know, that's what makes relationships and marriages last longer, because we understand that both of us is effed up. You know what I'm saying? In some way or another. And we just have to be patient with each other and forgiving. You know, I know when we got married, me and my wife got married, my wife had a bad habit of calling men these. Mm-hmm. You know, and she said it to me one time, and I'm like, oh no, we ain't finna do that. You know, I ain't calling you no B. You ain't finna call me no B. And that was like 25 years ago, and to this day, she ain't never called me one. I ain't never called her one. Okay. You have to set the boundaries in your relationships, what you will take and what you ain't gonna take. But it seems like what we won't take and what we consider disrespectful is on a monetary level now. It ain't about the respect. The values. It ain't really about respect. It's about what you're saying, Will.
So can I go here? And this is gonna be an unpopular, scenario or conversation. We live in a society now where it's a very sensitive space, right? And people don't want to be looked at a certain type of way. They want to have freedom to have free spirit and do everything they want to do. And they want to be able to ask people for money without being looked at a certain way. But if we really put things in perspective, in the society that we live in today, it's equivalent to living in legalized prostitution rate. Because you're not going on a date without paying for gas, you're not going on a date without paying for food, you're not going on a date without paying for something to drink. not getting some hair done without paying for a babysitter, maybe. You're not going on a date without spending some form of money on a date. There's nobody in this world right now that's going on a date because, hey, you know what? I just like you. Let's go on a date. And we don't have to spend our money. I'm going to spend mine, you spend yours. Ain't nobody doing it. Let's call it spade, man.
Well, what's wrong with that, though?
What?
With splitting the check. Like, okay, just say.
Splitting the check is good, right? But they don't want to split the check. They think because they don't did their hair or they do a certain way that, let's take for example, you guys know Travis Kelce, the football player.
That just lost Sunday.
Yeah.
Right. So you remember the black girl, right? That he was dating before Taylor Swift. It was the sister, bad sister. She's an influencer, social media influencer, and she does modeling and all that. She said when they asked her something about did her and Travis fall out about money or something like that, and she said to the person interviewing her that, come on, do it look like that I would even reach to spend my own money on something? Like, that's the mentality nowadays. That's the mentality. People think because you come in and get in my car which runs off gas, waste my time, take you to go eat, that it's a gift just because you are in my presence. That's not the reality of the situation.
Well, I don't know if you all have ever seen this show. It's a show on cable. It's called Bust the Balloon.
I see the reels, but I have not seen the show. I see the reels.
Man.
I didn't even know it was a show.
Yes, it's a show. And they bring, like, they have maybe about 8 or 9 women lined up.
Or men, right? They have men and
women. Sometimes they have men. Yeah.
Okay.
And then they bring the opposite sex in. You know what I'm saying? And they walk in. And sometimes they can just walk in and balloons start busting. And then when they ask them what was the reason why you busted your balloon, well, his fit just wasn't. His fit wasn't tight. He looked kind of shabby.
His walk,
like he had no money, huh?
Right. His walk.
You know what I'm saying?
He walked like he ain't got no money.
Right. Nah, that was the women. Now I've seen one with men.
Okay.
And a woman walked in, and she announced herself, said what she did, and this and that and another, and then they introduced her to the first guy, and she asked, I think the lady asked her, is this guy somebody that you think you would be interested in? And she said, he don't look like he in my league. And everybody started busting their balloons, right?
Wow.
They didn't say that, right? Then she was cool until she kind of dissed the brother. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about him yet.
Right.
But this dude, he had a limo. I think he owned a limo service. He had a bunch of limo cars and stuff like that. He's a self-made man, right? But she didn't know that. She was just judging it based on how he was looking, and then he ain't in my league, and they just started busting their balloons, and then when they asked, their response was, she was disrespectful. She disrespected that brother, and so it just shows me the difference between men and women. Men would give a woman a chance,
right,
before they dismiss her. Whereas women, well, I ain't gonna say all women, and I ain't gonna say all men, but I'm just basically on this show. That on this show, it seemed like women didn't give the men an opportunity. They just judged them based on how they look and their appearance. If they came in fly with the gear on and everything, it was like, oh man, I want to meet that dude. But if
it's
they just came in stuff like that, they judged him by his appearance.
It's the same way. It's the same way, like when men, like something you said that just triggered, like as men, we give women all kinds of opportunities, whether you at Wendy's, McDonald's, or whatever. We don't care if we have charming personality, nice smile, or something that's attractive to us, we're gonna holler at you. Women won't do that. You'll see us pushing the broom, you'll see us, doing something that you don't think that's really monetarily productive, and you won't even give us a shot. And we can like Brother Ty just said, we can be sitting on the bankroll and just doing this to fulfill some time. You know,
I disagree with that. And only because women and men, especially women of a certain age group, men won't give them a time of day because, again, they feel like, okay, she already established. She's set in her ways. I don't want to deal with that.
Well, no one wants to be in no competitive, no one wants to be in no relationship where you have to compete,
measuring penis.
Thank you. That's a nice way of saying it, right? Somebody has to be humble enough to bow down to enjoy.
Bow down.
I mean, I don't mean, see, there you go. You didn't trip about this.
Bow down.
I don't mean bow down. What I'm saying is, someone should be humble enough to say, you know what, is this really worth us going to that level?
Okay, so I think the terminology when people are talking to one another, I think that's the problem too. How when we say things, it comes off the wrong way. And I think we need to learn as a society how to communicate with one another. And I think that's the problem too, that we don't know how to communicate our feelings and our wants and our thoughts.
But we communicating.
Right. I was just, I'm about to say it.
We communicate. Where did we get how to communicate from?
Right.
I don't think so.
Right. Let's look at soap opera.
Okay.
Soap opera is supposed to be this daily sequel about relationships and love. You see what I'm saying? And men are watching them now. But it used to be women were at home and they watching these soap operas. From these soap operas, they were being programmed and taught how men are supposed to treat you, because they looking at the way these white men were treating their women. They like, you need to treat me like that.
Not even white men, sisters. In our culture, you got brothers watching Tyler Perry's Sisters.
Oh gosh, wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh God.
That's terrible. Oh my God.
That's drama. Drama at its finest.
It's happening.
But that's not. What happened to the good old, like, Claudine? You remember Claudine? That was like a classic. This man came in. He fell in love with this woman. All her 6 kids on welfare, but he was still there for her and willing to step in and help her raise these 6 kids. You don't find that nowadays.
But go back to this question though. Have we lost capacity to love? Because to do that means that you're not looking at any kind of monetary anything. It's me accepting you. It's you for me and me for you. You know what I'm saying? I know that was an old school song, but that's what it's supposed to be about. Nowadays, we too busy looking at everybody's pocket to see how fat is bulging before we can actually have a real conversation.
Now we try to see how much money he got. Like, hey, what your bag looking like? I don't know if you guys seen.
Is that more important than love though?
Now society it is. Because it's like, now what love got to do with this? What love got to do with it?
No, well, I guess I'm gonna go left field on this one.
Okay.
Because that ain't all that women be looking at. They be printing. They be looking for prints.
But
let's keep it real.
They looking at the bag too.
You see what I'm saying?
Because if you got the bag, they can work with the print.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. If you got the money, they can work with that print. But if you don't have no money and the print is not there, you ain't getting no action.
That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? So we already know when it comes to a relationship, the woman chooses. She chooses the man probably way before he even seen her. See what I'm saying?
He ain't got no money. Look at his shoes. Look how he dressed. He ain't got no money. He ain't get no
action. That's another thing. Shoes. Women look at shoes.
Yes, they do.
My grandmother taught me as a young man, that's the first thing the woman gonna look at. If you don't do nothing else, you get you some nice shoes.
Nice shoes. Yeah.
Exactly. Because that'll get you in the door quicker. And remember back in the day when they was putting socks in their pants?
No,
I don't remember that.
Are you telling secrets, Tyrone? You telling secrets? Go ahead, let them secrets out.
Maybe that's for y'all time. They used to put spots in their pants because women been looking for prints for years. They ain't just started now.
Oh my
the
God.
freaky deaky women. See, I used to think women was sugar and spice and everything nice. Hell no. Women is freaky as hell, just as freaky as me.
That's when I first learned about the whole gray jogger pants thing. I didn't know nothing about gray jogger pants. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yes, it show up more in the gray jogging pants, right?
So how can we get back to the capacity to love in this day and age with so much is going on, especially with your president in office and everything just in an uproar? I'm just saying, your president. So how can you get back to that?
I'll tell you this. The best thing that we can do is the same thing we did for the last presidency: have patience and understanding for everybody, including the presidents, as we deal with this thing called life. Because everybody going through it in some shape, form, or capacity. Some state form of fashion, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, life is life.
I think we wow, that's a really interesting question though.
Yeah, because everybody's so angry right now. Everybody's just so pressed and depressed and just fed up with everything. So again, love is pushed to the back burner.
What's gonna change though with everybody being so mad? What's gonna change that's gonna make them feel good? Nothing.
Well,
so we gotta do nothing but spread love. That's it. I'm sorry, go ahead, Ty.
I think truth is what we need. Truth.
Can we handle the truth though? That's the question.
Probably can't.
No, we cannot. Right now, we cannot handle the truth. We believe lies before we believe the truth.
We're not handling the truth. We're already not handling it.
No.
The thing is that we don't want the truth.
No.
We want a lie. And let me show you what I mean. I ain't gonna use my wife. I'm gonna use somebody else.
Please don't.
Can I use a lie? Can I use a lie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is truth and a lie.
Okay.
The truth is, we ain't got no money. The lights about to get cut off. We got a red nose in the mail, and we got 2 kids got a field trip. The lie is that tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I got to buy you candy, flowers, and balloons. How can I afford to do that with these other responsibilities here?
Because you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna forget about those other responsibilities and take that money that you're supposed to handle the business with and spend it on Valentine's Day.
See what I'm saying? Where's the capacity for love?
There's not.
No, but that is love in this world. That's what love is in this world. But this is why I'm saying that the truth have to be told. That we're selfish as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of us is selfish as hell. We think about ourselves. We're looking out for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we've been made to be like that. This is my belief. We didn't come out the womb selfish. People doing us wrong and dogging us and lying to us and cheating on us and backstabbing us and everything like that has made us like this. And the scripture call it waxed heart. Don't let your heart wax cold. Remember the scriptures talk about that. Our hearts have been waxed cold because we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn about none of these folks. It's like, and the people we do give a damn is usually the people that usually want to F us around and screw us. Every time I bet you the majority of people, if I did a survey, they would agree with this. Every time I trust somebody, they screw me.
You should put it out there. Put it out there and see what you get.
But you know what? They probably won't even respond because nobody wants the truth. See, if they answer, then the truth would be right there in their face.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But nobody wants the truth. We want the illusion. We want to make everything, we want the belief that everything is beautiful and everything is fine and we're going in the right direction. Peace is on the horizon. That's what we want.
Kumbaya.
You see what I'm saying? Except the fact that we're going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. Everybody going to hell.
On a rocket.
We don't want to accept that. Oh, you a negative nigga. Oh, I got to get away from you. You ain't tired. You ain't. Oh, no. They don't want to hear it. And so I mean, I almost just shut up now. I don't hardly say nothing. Because don't nobody want the truth.
And I think
about
that's the
yourself
problem
and nobody else.
Everybody standing in their lane because they don't want to get ran over.
But that's the best thing to do, though. In this kind of society that we're in right now, I literally was just talking about this yesterday. The best place to be is in your own lane and out of everybody else's way, because that way you don't have to worry about ruffling feathers, stepping in on people's toes, or impeding on somebody else's what they perceive to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, but the only problem with that you know, no person is an island to themselves. You know, we want to be successful, but in order to be successful, you got to work with people. You know what I mean? It's like you got to have a team. You know, Michael Jordan wouldn't have been Michael Jordan without a team. You see what I'm saying?
Wouldn't have had them 6 rings without his team.
Without a team. You see what I'm saying? And a coach. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, because of selfishness and because we've been done wrong for so long from slavery. I mean, this stuff is transferable, I believe. From slavery, all that pain and suffering is transferred generation after generation to the point to right now, we don't give a F. Our children, they don't give a damn about.
They don't. No. But back then, it was love because people back then, people did love one another because they stood together to fight the common cause. Mm-hmm. You know, back in the 60s and beyond, they stood together. They marched together because they loved one another for the common good. Now you don't get that. You don't.
So let me ask you this: I'm going to be an adversary. Mm-hmm. Did they stand together and march together for the common good, or were they looking for something to do and be involved in?
Both, because they want to be involved for the common good.
I wasn't there, so I don't know why they actually did it. I don't know.
They was willing to lose their life for the common good, for the cause. Nowadays, we're like, oh, that ain't my business.
Right.
I'm not putting my life out there for that. Mm-hmm.
I would like to think that they was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they just got fed up and say, I got to do something.
Right, but now we don't care. We don't want to do nothing.
You know,
we want to act a fool. That's what we want to do when there's an injustice. We want to get out there and fight and make sure we get our 15 minutes of fame. Right. But for the common good, we're not out there fighting for the common good. We just were fighting out there just because we fight. I want to be on TV.
You have to be selfless in order to fight for something that doesn't directly benefit you. Mm-hmm. You know, you hear people all the time saying, "What's in it for me?"
Right. What's in it for me?
Right. And
what am I gaining from this?
That's the slogan for this world today. Yeah. You know, you want me to do something for you? What's in it for me?
Or what have you done for me lately? That's the other slogan.
Yeah. But see, again, and you can see by the movies we've been quoting and the songs we've been quoting, you know, this stuff is being programmed on us, you know, for us to be having these kind of conversations. Women, I'm sure when that movie was out with Tina Turner, I'm sure they was
love got to do with it.
Yeah, girl.
That was our anthem.
Hey, my favorite scene was Eat the Cake.
The favorite scene where she kicked Ike's butt, walked to that hotel and said, "You know what? I just want my name." She told that judge, "I just want my name."
No, that's my daddy name. That's my daddy name.
He can have it all. I just want my name, and walked away. But like now, we just had the snowstorm. You remember back then, you used to neighborly love. Somebody had a snowblower. They'll shovel the whole sidewalk. No, they stop at their property, and that's that.
Because we selfish, yes.
That's what I'm saying. You know, back then, they'll just do the whole sidewalk. I got a snowblower. Let me just do the whole sidewalk. You don't do that no more.
Because gas costs a lot of money.
Really? You can collect $2-3 from everybody on the block. Come on now.
This is the world we live in. But now, let me ask y'all, have y'all heard about this boycott they're planning?
No.
On February the 28th, I think. It's a thing going out asking everybody on the 28th of February not to buy anything unless it's from a black business.
Why the 28th? Why it can be the 14th?
I don't know. I didn't create this. I'm just telling you what I saw. It's being circulated. You know, And especially don't buy nothing from Target, Walmart, and Amazon.
Target. I like Target and Amazon.
This is all about that DEI situation. And
okay.
People really do research and look into and understand what DEI is and who really benefits from DEI.
It's not us. It's not us.
Really affecting us.
It really isn't.
Another thing is, but child, is this. That boycott, quote unquote, that I don't believe is real. It's being promoted by white people. I've seen reels on Instagram of these white folks talking about the boycott and what we should do. I'm not going to no boycott with no white people reading, telling me, I'm just not doing that. And what are we doing it for? Like,
if it's to send a message, you'll do it tomorrow. When they expecting people to spend billions of dollars.
Come on,
do it tomorrow. Don't spend money tomorrow.
Yes.
Now, this is what I'm hearing. I heard something about the Mexicans. I think they did something like that just recently, and nobody show up to work. And a lot of
that hurt the businesses too, didn't it?
Yeah, they've done that before. The thing is, what we can be doing is we talking about boycotting, and we talk about in particular big box stores. Let's stop talking and do something about it. This is just income tax money. Let's put some money on the table. And let's get us our own big box, and let's find some local small businesses and see if we can fill that big box up with some retail that we can that can benefit our communities. Right? Let's stop. Listen, this is too long. We've been having this same redundant conversation. We went to school. We got more education than our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents. What are we doing? This is dumb.
Nothing. And I saw on the news today, this black brewery, these two guys, they got their own brewery for beer, and they trying to buy this building out west because they want to have a more implant in the Chicago area. They sell their beers in the United Center, Wrigley Field, but they saying that they need, because black people don't have enough, they don't get enough exposure or financing because, black people to get discriminated against. So now they're trying to promote it more because they're trying to get a $5 million grant so they can buy the building and really put their footprint in Chicago. So that's showing love. If more people can put into their venture, this is what they're trying to do. That's showing love right there. That'll be showing love.
But most people ain't gonna.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Most people ain't gonna. They look at that as he's trying to build up something for his family, and me supporting him ain't gonna help me at all.
But it's bringing jobs within the community, it's promoting jobs, so that will be helping.
The bottom line is he might, hire a couple of black people, some Hispanics, whatever, But the bottom line is, his bank account getting bigger. I'm helping him, but what's in it for me? Not for the community. What's in it for me? Are you gonna hire my son? Are you gonna hire my granddaughter? Me.
See, that's been happening too many times over the course of a couple of decades, where we got people coming in robbing our communities for tax credits, for resources, for free land, and they come in, they grab what they want, and then they move around. We've seen that with all kinds of business, and so I'm not saying that about the brother, but I agree with what Ty was saying too. We can't just be I don't want to be mean, but you can't just be supporting a business and getting tax money and credits and stuff like that, and we're not really getting tangible results as far as jobs. We don't want people in there working a line. We want people in there in managerial, supervisory, and technical positions. We want people in the decision-making positions that can make decisions that can bring other people in that's qualified from our community into these jobs to help the ecosystem, if you will, of that business coming to the community, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But I mean, if we are a selfish society,
Yeah, we are.
it's almost just like a drug addict.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no reversing it until you accept the fact that you're a drug addict.
Yeah.
You're an alcoholic. You accept the fact that you're a sex fiend.
Acceptance.
You see, you accept the fact that you're selfish, and do something about reversing that. Your activity got to be different from being selfish. That means if I'm a selfish person, I pull up to the light by the expressway and I see the person out there with their cup. Before I'm looking at them like, I ain't giving them sugar honey iced tea. Forget that. I need my money. The activity that says you're trying to do something is you put something in that cup. I'm not saying you put something in everybody's cup that you see like that, but if that person, like, that's how I do. When I pull up to the light, if something in my heart begins to react to the person I'm looking at, I'll give them some money. If I don't feel nothing when I see them, and having a little baby don't do it either. A lot of them, they be conning.
Yes.
With the little babies.
Yes. I've seen it firsthand.
It's a God thing, it touches, they say the spirit reaches the spirit, the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't feel nothing, I'm gone. You ain't getting nothing, But there are some people, they don't care about the heart. Whether they feel something or not, they ain't giving you nothing because it's taken away from them, And so, until we can, like drug addicts, have a rehab for selfishness, or we just have to accept the reality that we are selfish and begin to do something about it ourselves, or go get some help, therapy, or whatever, then we're going to continue to have this challenge.
But it go both ways too, just to play devil's advocate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a personal experience where I went out to dinner. This is years ago when I was in college. So I went out to dinner. I left out of dinner. I ran into a man, downtown Chicago, who told me he was hungry. He wanted something to eat. I had leftover steak and potatoes and broccoli or whatever leftovers from the meal, and I gave him my food.
Sound like you spent about $300.
No, it was probably 25. But and I proceeded to give it to the man. He grabbed the meal from me, threw it in the garbage that was standing on the floor. Told me I asked for money. I didn't ask for
wow.
See,
my God.
So there's a lot of selfishness to go around.
Yes.
I seen firsthand.
You probably wasn't the only person that happened to, and that turned you off.
No.
And that could have turned you off for every homeless person ever. You see what I'm saying?
I had a situation like that where I was on the bus going to work downtown, and these homeless guys begging for change. They all came to this one guy, gave him all their money they collected. I was like, no, y'all didn't. Y'all sitting down here collecting money, giving it to one person like he was their pimp. I was too outdone. And like Will said, somebody gave this man some food. He set the food down. They didn't even eat the food.
Yeah.
So, but you said you was hungry. You didn't even touch the food. All that food was just sitting out on the side.
It happens all the time, But
so
I guess
there's scammers out there. They're scamming.
Yes. I guess the reality is we've lost the capacity to love.
We did.
Exactly.
We've really lost it. But again, do we really see that? Or do we really think because of days like tomorrow that we're still a loving society? You know what I mean?
It's gonna be so fake tomorrow, man. It's
super fake. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have red sweaters on.
So watch your feed on social media. Everybody gonna be posting their pictures.
Everybody in love, right?
Right.
Everybody in love. The person that talk bad about the sisters or the brothers that all year gonna say happy Love Day, brothers, or happy Love Day, sisters.
Right.
It's gonna be love that day, for the 24 hours is gonna be straight.
It is so fake, man. I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. But it is what it is. So we almost running out of time. So how about we give our closing remarks?
already? This is such a fun topic.
Yeah, but I mean, we got 10 more minutes. I mean, you can go a little bit, but
But it was a good topic
closing
tonight.
remarks, it kind of expand upon your thoughts about the fact that we don't have that capacity to love anymore. And if we ain't loving, we already know what the opposite of that is.
Hate.
We hate.
We're in the world of hate. I'm sorry to say, we're in the world of hate. And going forward, I don't see it getting any better because we're going more into the digital robotic age.
Yeah.
So, once we step into that era, there is no love because guess what? Computers and robots don't have feelings. Mm-hmm. They're programmed to do and say what they want. So I don't see it getting any better as we go further. I don't.
Will, what's your marks?
Well, I kind of look at it a different way, right? I think that as long as we're able to get up and every morning and see light and say good morning and this and another, we have the capacity to love. It's just going to take us to hold ourselves accountable and those around us accountable to begin to spread that love amongst the people that's in our vicinity or in the world, if you will.
Yes.
We do have the capacity to do it. We just got to get back grounded into the fact that we are here. Our number one job is to spread love because there's so much other things going on. We ain't got nothing else to do but to love each other.
That is so true. And when you said that, when you were speaking, I was thinking, every one of us, it's not that we are bad people. There's love in us, because this hate, we don't show that to our children or to our
Some people do now. Some people do now.
Well, it's a very small, portion of them that does that. But most times we show love to our children. The challenge is that the children don't show love back.
Why is that?
And when they don't show love back, you can say F everybody, even my family, it's all about me now.
But
that's the Beyonce song. That was her thing. That was her programming song. Me, myself, and I.
Mm-hmm. But remember, music gave us teach me how to love too, because we gotta remember, gotta teach people how to love.
Yeah. But
I had to be taught. I had to be taught.
But the only way you can be taught to love is if you don't think you already got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I think I'm already loving, I show love when I get my income tax. I give my kids new shoes, new bling bling, the new designer stuff. I'm showing love. You see what I'm saying? I give them $500 each and stuff like that,
Or I'm showing love every time I pay a phone bill every month. It ain't mine.
Yes, sir. You showing straight when you pay the rent and the mortgage and everything. You showing
buy some
straight
food.
Love.
Put some food in the refrigerator.
Because your butt ain't cold. You ain't hungry. No, that's love.
Do you feel that rain? Oh no, you don't.
Fix that leaky faucet.
That's love.
That's what I'm talking about. That's showing me some love.
Yes, exactly. So I think in conclusion, I think there's always a chance. And what you said really struck a nerve with me. Every day we wake up, there's an opportunity for us to change. For us to get better and to do better and to be better. Mm-hmm. And if we can see where we have gone wrong, and that's why you have to be honest with yourself. And I was saying that you have to take into account, what are your bad qualities? I lie, I steal, I'm selfish.
Right.
You want to. Right. Yeah, maybe you need to let somebody else make your list for you.
Right.
Because people ain't gonna lie for you. Because
no.
Sometimes you say, am I selfish? And you'll see it on their face like.
But they go back to what she said though. Can we handle the truth? Because we're gonna be like, oh, you hate me. This ain't.
You hurt my feelings. You're being mean.
Hey, how do you say you can't handle the truth?
We can't. We can handle lies before we can handle the truth.
Exactly. Hey guys, thank you for being on here. we had a beautiful conversation. And I'm hoping that it was a few people on here too. I see a couple of people saying that they love some of the comments and everything.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully, I know we really tripped. It was a couple of young people. I know my niece was on here, and we started talking about print. How women be looking at the prints. They was all like, "Oh, hell no!" So I'm sure we reached some folks today, and hopefully we can help somebody to realize that we need to make some changes and think for a change.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Then,
have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for supporting our podcast. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Until then, strive for a peaceful mind. Your activity will reflect that peace.